Hi guys, today I wanted to do my beginner's guide to lipstick. This is a topic I have a lot to say about. I love lipstick. It's my favourite makeup item in the history of makeup. I think it's something that is amazing. It can change a simple look to an extravagant look and can really liven up your face or display a million different emotions. So I have made the probably world's biggest cup of coffee. It's as big as my face, and let's get into this. Now, just as a quick note, this is going to be less about the application and more about things like techniques, what colours you should buy, what brands you should look into, how to pick your lipsticks. I will be doing more videos about application, but because this is probably going to be quite long, I thought I'd try and keep it a little bit less. So to throw ourselves straight into it, what are the 3 lipsticks every girl should have? Now, every single girl in the world should have in their makeup drawer a nude, a Your Lips But Better colour, and a red. Now, my favourite nude at the moment is currently Chanel's Sentiment. This one is a bit on the pricier end of lipsticks, but I will be talking about high-end versus drugstore and a little bit later on in this video, and hopefully it'll give you some insight into why I do prefer high-end lipstick. A really good dupe for Sentiment by Chanel is Kate Moss's, let's see, what's it called, Lasting Finish in the Rimmel range. It's number 3. It's a pretty spot on dupe for Sentiment, and it's a great nude for paler people. Something that does contradict what I have just said is My Lips But Better. Your My Lips But Better colour should be probably 1 or 2 shades darker than your lips. They're basically there to enhance what you've got and your natural colouring. So it's a really nice way of giving your face a glow and looking a bit healthier, a little bit more finished and more polished, but without doing anything extravagant or extreme. My Lips But Better is currently the Vintage Pink in the Moisture Renew range by Rimmel. It's quite a pinky one, but quite a dark musky pink. I have naturally quite dark pigmented lips, so this one works really well for me. I absolutely love it. So this is a drugstore one, and I really can't complain. The Moisture Renew range has actually enlightened me with Rimmel again, so I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a drugstore My Lips But Better and just trying it. My red of choice is one that I have used for a while and is very beaten up and scruffed up. You can see that, jeez. Yeah. It is the YSL The Mattes 205. I never know the names of these because they only make them available online. They don't make them available on the actual lipstick, but this is the one that I'm currently wearing now. It's a very dark, very vampy red, but I prefer it against my skin tone than a brighter red. I think it really draws together a look, and I do like the kind of darker look, always have done, and now it's coming to autumn again. I can wear it more without people going, "Huh? Why is she wearing it on her face?" Now, to talk a little bit about the difference between high-end lipsticks and drugstore lipsticks. Now, this is my YSL 205, and this one is Revlon in Black Cherry. This is by all means a complete colour dupe for the 205. If you do want to try out this colour, get the Black Cherry by Revlon. It is awesome for colouring. The problem with drugstore is they don't last. They smudge off, they smear, they're harder to apply. They don't have as much pigmentation. They generally have, this is going to sound weird, but the smell and the taste of drugstore is just not as nice. And for something that I want to wear on my mouth all day, I want it to be at least a fragrance or a taste that I like. And I'm not a huge fan of this one, but yeah, it smells a bit plasticky. I think that's the best way you describe it. A plasticky kind of, not fake smell, but it's just not brilliant. Whereas this one's very perfumed. It's almost like roses, so I quite like that. But if you see them next to each other, there is hardly any difference in actual colour. So I would highly advise trying Revlon's Black Cherry if you want to. Lipstick is the only product I think you actually get what you pay for. I do like higher end foundations occasionally, but I am more than happy with drugstore. I'm more than happy with Rimmel and Maybelline and all the kind of sleek brand and MUA. I've got no problems with that whatsoever. Lipstick is something that I can't justify spending £3 on something that I'm either going to use once and hate, or going to have and it does something like this. This is a cheaper black lipstick that I bought, and it was about £3, and it's just collapsed. It got stuck in the lid. I can't actually use it, so I figured there's no point in spending any money on something that I can't use, rather than just saving up and waiting to get a higher end lip product that I will use every day or every week and really enjoy and get a lot of use out and a lot of love out of too, and it will actually work for me as well. Now, when it comes to lipstick, if you have never applied a lipstick before, or if you have and it doesn't stay, your best friend is going to be the lip liner. Don't worry too much about what colour you buy, especially if you're going for darker colours. This is Hollywood Red by Maybelline. I find this an absolute amazing lip liner. It really does stay and last and works very well under the 205. It works well under any red, if I'm honest with you. Lip liners are designed to stop any shift, fill in any creases in your lips and help you line and define your lips. You can fill your lips in fully with them. You can even change the shape, overdraw and manoeuvre your natural shape. It's fantastic. Now, when you look at a lip liner, this is one product I wouldn't worry if you get a drugstore or a high-end. Generally, a lot of them have the same lasting power. Sometimes it's nice to match a lip liner with a lipstick you've bought, but if I'm honest with you, you do not need to. It's also a great way of colour combining lipsticks, so if you want a lipstick to be a little bit lighter, you can use a whiter liner. So you can even use things like NYX's Milk Pencil, which is a great way to lift any lipstick up. So if you've got one that's a slightly shade darker than you would want, try something like a whiter liner underneath the lip and it will really define it. Now, for the general application of lipstick, I would highly advise investing in a lip brush. This is a lot easier to work with if you struggle getting straighter lines, if you do suffer from smudging and smudgy base problems, which you can do with a lot of darker lipsticks. If you're not confident with putting it on straight out the barrel, then I would invest in a lipstick brush. This will help you define your cupid's bow, define the corners of your mouth, and you'll have less worry about it actually just slipping off and going in the wrong place. If you're comfortable, most lipsticks will wear down to the shapes of your lips in your natural application process. People's lipsticks wear down in different ways because your mouths are different shapes. So mine always end up with kind of like a whoop, a whoop. I don't know why, With nude lipsticks, it's a little bit easier just to apply them straight from the barrel, because if you do smudge slightly out of the line, then you're not going to notice as much as if you did it with something darker like the 205. I would still advise practicing with a lip brush just because it's a lot easier to get a finer line. You do look a little bit more polished, a little bit more finished, and as soon as you get comfortable with that, it's really easy and doesn't take much longer than it would doing it out of the barrel straight away anyway. When it comes to styles of lipstick, there are a lot of different styles that are in fashion and a lot of different styles that are fun to play with. One of my favourites at the moment is an ombre lip. I really like doing that, and I will be doing a little video about how to do an ombre lip in literally 30 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to do, or 30 as I just said, but it looks really good and very pretty and very light if you don't want a heavier look. You can also do overdrawn lips, which really completely change your mouth shape. So if you have a smaller upper lip or a smaller lower lip and want to even them out, you can overdraw your lips ever so slightly. This is something that I'd only do once you're comfortable with putting on lipstick. It's really quite easy to do once you get into it, but it's one of those things that you do need some practice with as well. One fun style that I see around occasionally is the two-tone lipstick. So you put one lipstick colour on the top lip and one lipstick colour on the bottom lip. They're two separate colours, but they're quite fun and they work together, and it's something really interesting and adds a different depth and a dimension to the makeup a person's wearing. It's also good to exaggerate one lip and lessen another lip. So if you want to exaggerate your top lip because it's smaller, you can use a darker colour on your lower lip and a lighter colour on your top lip. One of the final things I wanted to talk about was appropriate lipsticks. Now, I love crazy coloured lipsticks, but it's not always appropriate. So I can't wear a colour like this to work. However, I can wear a colour like this quite happily. it's one of those things where you've just got to understand the situation, and when you're starting out with lipstick, have fun at home, have fun going out, and if you do have a strict rule of makeup or no makeup at school or work, then avoid it. Don't kind of play with the rules. It's great fun to do in your spare time as well. You don't have to wear it out the house, if I'm honest with you. Please let me know if you enjoy this and drop me a thumbs up. I really do want to do a whole kind of lipstick swatch video. I do have quite a few lipsticks, as I am a lipophile. I absolutely love lipsticks and lips and everything to do with lip products. So let me know if you enjoyed that, and I'd love to hear from you. So drop me a comment as well, and take care. Have a lovely day. Bye.